What's going on? I'm just here to talk about some stuff that's been going on like the past week or two, and then I got a little bit of input on something about FOMO, but not in like the conventional sense. Um, so I lost some of my, or actually all of my 24 accounts. I had a terrible February, and I lost them not from like over leveraging or over trading or anything, just following my rules, and then it's just I went in a bad stretch. I changed my entry frame because I lost like one trade in January that pissed me, or not like pissed me off, but like I was just like, all right, how can I avoid taking this loss? So I like changed my whole entry framework just to fix that one loss, and then February was just brutal, and then now I don't like how it went, and I'm just gonna have to live with the loss that I take like regularly. So now I'm back to what I was doing before, which was working before. So I don't know why I fucking changed it, but I mean, since I switched, I think I've won like seven of my last eight trades, and there was two trade opportunities for me today, but I couldn't take either of them because I wasn't able to trade today. So I mean, and that's not the FOMO I'm talking about, even though that is actually when I have FOMO. I don't have FOMO when I'm sitting there and I'm watching the trades and the trades go by and I'm just like, all right, whatever. Like, didn't take any trades or I didn't take that trade. At least I was there to watch it. But when you can't trade and then you look back on the market and you're like, damn, there was a setup there. I could have made this. And like, each trade I take is $6,400 of risk right now because I only have 16 accounts now, not 24 because I'm building back up. But I'm like, damn, each trade I miss is $6,400 right now. So, I mean, you can't trade for a day. You see a good setup, you're like, oh, I would have took that. Obviously, you don't know if you would have, but that's what it feels like. So you'll go through that and you get some FOMO there because you're like, well, I would have took this trade. And I could have been up another R in all my accounts, and I'd be that much closer to a payout. But that's just not the case, or like that's just not what's necessarily happening. But yeah, but for FOMO, I I don't get FOMO watching charts. The FOMO that I'm talking about is um, seeing other traders online, which I know everybody probably goes through that too. Of like, you see these people and they all make a bunch of money, and then like you're like, oh man, what am I doing wrong here, or why is it taking so long? Because like even I don't know what the fuck this chart's doing. It's just because I all started the accounts on like different days, so now they're all messed up. I started like five accounts one day, four accounts the next day, four accounts the day after, or something. But yeah, see, 8 days, 9 days, 10 days, so they're all different. These ones didn't have the losses from earlier in the week, so or like because I was still trading the other strategy or like other entry at that point, and lost a couple trades, and then yeah, I was building back accounts, and so these ones haven't taken any losses yet. But this is what I'm saying. Like I could be at 2,100, which is the buffer, uh, or technically you made 2,600 in Apex accounts, but I don't know. I'd just be 1 hour closer in all of these accounts. So these would be at 1,200. These would be at like 16, 1,700. These would be like 2,100. So it just makes you feel like shit. But yeah, like if you see, it's like I've had these accounts for 8 days, 9 days, 10 days, and that's not even a lot. Like for what I think, because it's like I had accounts for like 50 days or 70 days and stuff like that, and I only get like one or two payouts in them, and I'm just like, because I am so consistently following my rules, whether I win or lose, I'm just like, okay, I'm done. But the problem that I see online is I sit there and I watch people and they pass accounts and then a week later they have a payout or whatever. I'm like, how are people growing and scaling these accounts so much? I just don't know how it's possible to do it. Like, I'm like, are they just winning like a super good green streak and they're just winning every day? Or, because like I take one loss and I'm usually done for the day. Like, I'm now allowing myself to take two losses, but normally I take one loss and I'm done anyways. So it's like, it's very easy for me to have a red day because it's like, okay, one loss, done, red day. But it also keeps me in check of not blowing accounts and making sure my emotions are under control and everything like that. But yeah, you see these people and they pass an account in 5 days. They have five green days in a row. Like even like my fund of futures too. It's like they have five green days in a row, which I have my five green days. But yeah, these are some of the accounts I started off with losing in the beginning before I like switch back. But So I have my 5 days in a row, but I still can't take, or I would be able to, but I won $800 one day, so I can't take out 1,200. I need to make like 2,000, I think, because of that 790 day, which is fine, because I'm now allowing myself to make 2R again, and I'm doing that because I feel like I see everybody else like having these big green days and stuff like that, which I know I shouldn't fucking care, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, I like the idea of being able to make 2R in a day, and then, like, I mean, I do allow myself to lose 2R now in a day, but for the most times, if I lose, I'm just taking one trade and I'm done. But it's like, okay, if I can allow myself to make 2R in a day and I'm only taking 1L, that means I can make up for a whole day. Like, say if I lose on Monday, I can still be green at the end of Tuesday if I take 2 winning trades, which is, like, just good for my mental, that I feel like I'm not wasting it if I just win a trade and walk away or whatever. So, like, to break even if I lost the day before. But I just grow accounts so slowly, and like there's this guy I watch sometimes on YouTube, like Casinator, and like no hate to the guy, but I saw him. He just, and this is what I need to realize, that what I'm doing, regardless of like how fast I get payouts or like what goes on, I need to know, like, I have to realize that I'm doing it the right way, and this is what I should be doing. I am doing it the right way, because I sit there and I'm like, oh, I need to be making more money, or I should be doing this quicker or whatever. But then I watch, because I see these people. But yeah, I was watching some dude Casinator, and he like had got like a bunch of payouts. He made like over like $100,000 in payouts in however long, I don't know, remember how long it was. But he like did good. And you'd see him, and he'd like come on some weeks and be like, "Oh, I blew up my accounts because like he just like didn't follow his rules, or like blew past his daily loss limit, and then would blow the accounts." And then he had a cash account, and then he made like $8,000 in 1 week with it. He had like 20K, and then made like 8K. But then what happened the next week? He said he blew the entire account, all $28,000 that he had in 1 week, because he like didn't follow his rules and stuff like that. And that's what I have to realize, because I see these people, and they're like, oh, I was so red on the day. Like, they start the day like, oh, I was down on the day, I was red. But then I pulled myself out of the hole because I really locked in and stuff like that. And I don't think it's because they really locked in. It's just because, or not necessarily that they got lucky, but they, like, took a winning trade or whatever. But, like, they could have just have easily took a trade and lost another one and then keep going and going and going until they blow the account, which is what they do on all their bad days. Like, whenever they have bad days, they think, they're like, oh, I didn't follow all my rules and stuff like this. But even when they have green days, I think sometimes they have green days so they think it's good. But it's not actually good because they broke their rules, but they ended up making money, so it's okay. They're like, oh, yeah, I just pulled myself out of the hole I was in. But if they hadn't won, per se, like that next trade, they would have done exactly what they did do when they finally do blow the account, and just keep sizing up and averaging more contracts in and stuff like that. So when I sit here, I'm like, oh my God, this is taking forever to build. I just have to know I'm doing it the right way. Like, if I wanted to now, I could go into a cash account and have no worries of blowing it, because I know I stick to my strategy every single day. I never have blow-up days, so I know I'm doing something right, but sometimes doing something right just doesn't feel as rewarding as it like could, which is unfortunate, but I just have to know in the long run I'm doing what I should, and I guess that's all that counts. But yeah, no hate to him, like no hate to Casey, but that's just like what I've saw, and I've seen it with other people do. Like, there's some guy like 0 Day J, and I mean, he knows he's a degenerate, to be fair, but same thing. Like, the only way he ever gets payouts is if he has 5 green days in a row, because if he's not green on that day, he'll trade his account all the way until he blows it. So, is that the right way to trade? Not in my opinion. Does that mean it doesn't work for him? No. Like, you can do what you want. There's a million ways to make money. But for the way that I want to trade and the trader I want to be as disciplined as possible and not have to worry if I'm in a cash account that I'm going to blow all my actual money, and not just, like, have to be a prop trader because I know I can go on tilt and blow it all. Like, even I watch like Nutty Bar and stuff like that. I don't know if any of you people see these. I'm sure you do, because if you're watching fucking me with 100 subscribers, you probably know who these people are. But I watch him, and like I watch his mental and stuff like that, and I'm like, I just don't think these people could trade cash accounts better than me, because I see them trade prop firms and they'll go on tilt and break their rules and stuff like that. And I'm just not someone who does that. So, and those guys have all made more money in prop firms than me. So maybe they are better, and that's the strategy. But I don't know. I'm just trying to stick to the process, and hopefully I'm on the right path of doing things the right way, or what I think is the right way. I guess you never really know until it works out, but I think I'm doing the right thing. So as long as I keep doing that, I guess I can't be upset. So, but yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. That's what I was feeling. So, hopefully I'll be getting a payout soon. I mean, I need 3 more R in these 4 accounts, and then I need 4 more R in these accounts, and I need 5 more R in these accounts, and then I need like 2 more R in these accounts. So, I mean, I got a chance for some stuff coming up. I mean, there's still 3 days left in this week. It would have been nice if I could have made an R2 today on Tuesday, but because then I'd only be like 1 R or 2 R away from a payout. But if I could get 1 by the end of the week, that would be nice. If not, whatever. We'll just keep going until we do. But yeah, just wanted to say some shit. So thanks for watching. Peace out.